Okay, we're going to go through the Yale Superior, Malenko Magnum, Yale Platinum pick. One pick does all versions of the lock. Pick is basically just two little tensioning prongs there, just to put tension on the lock and control the plug. You've got your scale markings on the side. So short ones are from 1 to 7, and then your two longer ones just represent the 9-pin versions of these locks. On the other side you've got 5 markings. They're exactly the same in line with these. The 5 markings are for a 35mm Yale Platinum, because you've only got 5 bottom pins in there, just because of the space taken up with the locking cam feature. Like this side, for example, is a 40mm, and that's got the 9 pins. So on the scale, you would use the 9 pins. If it was bigger than a 35mm, basically you'd feel, when you're picking the lock, you'll feel, you know, pin 1, 2, 3, 4, you feel a spring and the pin. If you feel there's nothing there or dead after you get to pin 6, then you know it's going to be the 35mm version, and there's only 5 pins to pick. But obviously if you're carrying on and you can feel pin 6, pin 7, pin 8 and pin 9, and you obviously know it's going to be a 9-pin lock. Done another video explaining the differences between these locks. They are pretty much the same, to be honest with you, from a picking point of view. The Yale Superior 1-star, exactly the same as the Malenko Magnum, completely the same lock, just obviously rebranded a Yale. 35mm version of it, which you're going to find in composite doors, there's 7 bottom pins and 4 sidebar pins at the top. If you get a size that's bigger than a 35mm, if you get like a, well, that's a 50-50, but anything bigger than a 35, so if anything from 40mm and above, it's going to have 9 pins in it. Doesn't matter if it's a Malenko Magnum like this is, or a Yale Superior, it's going to have 9 pins if it's bigger than a 35mm. So the Yale Superior, again, if it's 35mm and under, it's going to have 5 pins. If it's over 35mm, it's going to have 9 pins, and obviously the 4 sidebar pins at the top. So there's a 1-star Yale Superior. So I always like to put the sidebar tool in first and make sure the sidebars have all reset, so they're all over on the left hand side. Insert the tool. Very light tension, and then just go testing the pins. A couple of kicks there. What we're looking for is partial rotation of the plug. So when it kicks, a bit like a normal Euro cylinder when you're picking it and it goes into anti-pick, that then tells us that we've picked the bottom pins and we've only got the sidebar pins to worry about. So a couple of little clicks, just work your way up and down. Right, don't know if you've seen it, that plug kicked quite nicely. So we're going to keep tension on it. Just to stop the plug resetting, just put your thumb on the plug, withdraw the tool, insert your tension tool, carry on putting tension on, get your sidebar tool now, and just go down the side, the left hand side of the plug, right down the edge, and just gently wiggle the sidebars across, and there we go. So we'll do another one now. Same again, it's a Yale Superior 1-star, 35mm, again, because it's going to be quicker because there's only 7 pins in there. So again, what we're going to do, make sure all those sidebars are across. What you could also do, because sometimes when you pick these locks, it might not be the pins that need picking first, it might be the sidebar pins. So what you could do to start with, tension on, give all the sidebars a little wiggle first. Maybe how that kicked, I don't know if you've seen that then. So chances are that sidebar needed to be picked first. Again, just use your thumb just to stop the plug resetting. And then, same as before, tap the pin. I'm going to overlift them at this stage, just literally just taps. As long as you've got a light tension, a tap is enough just to set them. Kicks. Bit of a squeaky tool this one, but this is literally brand new, hasn't really bed itself in yet. Right, so I don't seem to be getting much, if any, other feeling now. So what we'll do, keep tension on, put your thumb on there, remove the tool, insert the tension tool, have a little play with the sidebars again. So like is being demonstrated here now, they're not all going to fall open, so keep tension on. Some of them are going to require a bit of work. Back you go again, another kick. But just be patient and methodical. There we go. Now if you notice, this is a thumb turn, and even though the plug is kicked, we haven't picked up that cam. So withdraw the pick, put your tension tool in, and now that allows you to pick your cam up. Interesting feature, really worth noting. The Yale 3-star Platinums are going to always act like a thumb turn. Because of the locking cam feature on there, there's always it's a bit like it is like a thumb turn clutch. So for example, this is a key version. I don't know if you can, probably not on there, but there's a little spring at the back that needs to be engaged before you can pick the cam up. So you could pick it like we just picked that thumb turn now, and you could turn it, and it's on a 3-star, you're not going to pick the cam up. You need to insert this into the lock to push the spring back to engage the cam to open the door. So that's just a quick demo of this tool. Like I said, when you're coming across the 9-pin version, it's going to take you a bit longer. I mean, some of them might fly open, but the majority of them I found are going to take you a good 5 minutes plus. But just be methodical with the tool, Just go back and forth between sidebar and pins, sidebar pins, and just keep on going back and forth until you get that nice kick. You won't always get the kick. Sometimes you'll get 1 or 2 pins to set and you'll get a slight kick and you think, oh, that doesn't seem much. But if you're carrying on picking and you can't feel any more response from any more of the pins, hold the tension, take the tool out, go for the sidebar. Sometimes that's just enough. So thank you very much.